Hey guys, welcome back to my new vlog. So basically, I did not plan for this vlog, but I thought of making it because last year in Varthur we have got quite a few different kind of species, and we were really happy to click those. So I was just planning to make a part two of Varthur. It's not like in one day I have got all the birds. So it's basically a collection of 2024, you can say. So probably I have missed one rose finch female and one blue throat. Even though I have got blue throat many times in West Bengal, it is pretty common as a winter migrant in West Bengal. But here I wish to see the plumage because state basis the plumage gets changed. Uh, yeah, that's it.
In this video, I am planning to show you various interesting activities, call and foraging technique of different kind of birds and share you my experience. So stay tuned. In April, I came across a flock of rosy sterling on the curvy side of the lake bund. Look at the unique pattern of their plumage. Like other sterlings, those are not so shy and will give you ample amount of time to photograph. Then there was a gap during the breeding season on June, July, August, September. Then in October, we came to know a pair of Eurasian cuckoos showed up. Like every time, we had to manage time in weekdays. So Abhishek and me rushed on the next day and we have got this elegant bird. It gave ample amount of time as it was busy hunting caterpillar from the ground. It sat on the wire and from far aimed the caterpillar, which stays on the ground inside the bushes, hunt and sit back on the wire and beat the caterpillar to death and swallow. Wow, what an amazing experience! Then in November, all of a sudden, I heard about Western Reef Heron. Again, there was a time issue. I asked Siddharth about the exact location and reached there by 1 pm. I don't know what made me took that harsh decision. I waited there for 2 long hours alone and finally that beautiful bird showed up at 3:08 pm. I saw it dominating other little egrets and sometimes aim on the shallow water for fishes or crustaceans. I remember I thanked to God for this gift. On the same day before getting referred, I saw a couple of black-tailed godwits searching for small clams, mud snails and worm. You can see it constantly wading so fast. I wonder it doesn't hurt their neck. Here also you can see the size difference between a wood sandpiper and a godwit. Next, I have seen a group of black-headed ibis. Something very interesting I noticed which usually we don't. The red feather under their wings. Let me inform you that is a breeding adult. Basically, they were alert for the western marsh harrier which roams around the lake. After a few days, a pied stilt was reported along with the black-winged stilt flock. Not sure, but that one looks like the one. Here, I noticed the territorial fights of a group of black-winged stilt. Among those, that exceptional was also present. Just notice how they try to dominate each other and made the chaos. This intense conflict sometimes involved aerial combat, in which males strike each other with bills and legs. In the same day, I noticed a pair of Temix tent wading the same way as the black-tailed godwit did. They generally search for small invertebrates and insects. Exactly the same you are watching in this video. Here comes a phase where it started taking bath. Look how amazing it is looking like. After taking bath, it's obviously the time for preening and wind drying. Just look at it. Now it's a show time for Gargani. In the afternoon, when nobody is there, they showed up nearby the band area. Here you will see they are preening constantly, drinking a bit water or just wet their lips, which helps them while preening. Let me inform you, preening cleans feathers. Also oil them with a substance secreted by a preen gland near the tail. The bird applies this substance with the tip of its bill, and that oil renders the feathers supple and water resistance, and ingested oil supplies the bird with some vitamin D. Also notice the funny gesture looking at the sun. One day I saw the same activity done by a purple sunbird. If you have any idea, just let me know in comment section. After few days, I found 4 to 5 merged sandpiper in the same water body nearby the bund. It was constantly searching for the foods. You can see the technique is pretty different than godwit or Temix tent, as it aims first while searching, then wade into the mud. On the same day, I saw two beautiful scaly-breasted monia. I hope you noticed their mild call. If not, just listen carefully. Also, I noticed it was eating small blooms from the plant. While eating, the blooms glued on all over their beak and they look really sweet. Another thing you will notice frequently in Varthur, The flock of ducks flying around when the marsh-harrier hunts for prey. Looks like marsh-harrier is chasing the duck, but it never hunts duck. My doubt is, even when the duck knows it, then why they fly away? But it looks amazing, na? Not so common, but this individual can be found in Varthur every day. This time it hunts a beetle. Well, this is one of my favorite birds, a pheasantal jacana. Even though it did not appear with its breeding plumage, still it's very beautiful. I certainly recall my first counter with an adult male with breeding plumage back in Kolkata in 2017. I was so excited to see that individual first time in my life. That day also, I went alone inside a grassland and suddenly it appears with its sweet call. My heart filled with joy. Even though it is supposed to be a very common bird, but nowadays, due to the habitat loss, we don't see much house sparrow in Bangalore. All of a sudden in Varthur, it surprised me that day with a flock of it eating blooms. It was so lovely to be a witness. I was searching for green sandpiper for long as Varthur has its habitat, but did not find any. That day I was so happy to see one individual. It was a bit shy and I noticed some of its gesture like beak and leg shaking. Notice that carefully and let me know about it in comment section. Now I call it an Indian oxpecker as it often plucks insects from cow's body. Being very common, people ignore this jungle myna, but frankly, I love the contrasting yellow color of its bill and legs. And the little tufted crest above of the base bill makes it more handsome. Look how they are maintaining the balance. Due to the light, we don't see the color of glossy ibis, but if you adjust your focus with sunlight, you will see the real gloss on their feathers. Here, notice the sound of the individual whom others left getting an alarm. I saw one breeding adult among them, but that individual did not give me time to shoot. Fact is, breeding adult doesn't have strike on their head and neck, and the body color is very vibrant. Oh, this part of my video is very special. A Kentish plover with breeding plumage. See the color contrast of its head. Amazing, isn't it? Also notice the foraging technique. On the other day, I noticed one woolly neck stork was mobbed by a black kite. Otherwise, it would have landed on the ground. Here comes two amazing footage of territorial fight between two wood sandpipers. Like the black-winged stilt, they also perform aerial combat. Cool, isn't it? Another method to defend is being face to face. I was so happy to see that activity. Now let me introduce the call of a wood sandpiper that just had a fight with green sandpiper. Most of the northern shovelers swim very far, but sometimes my camera found few in its range. Look at this male shoveler. Those are highly distinguished for their unique beak pattern. Shoveler got the very tight color contrast, but due to the dull weather, it did not make it. Next bird is nominated as a gem of Varthur this year. Yes, a majestic bird-headed goose. Initially, it came with a pair but ended up being single. Unfortunately, it was on the other side of the lake. Thanks to Anubhav for spotting this. Next one is very own, our one and only Western Marsh Harrier. This is an adult female. There are total 5 marsh harrier which rules the entire lake and can be seen flying now and then. I was lucky for getting this so nearby eating a dead fish with full of concentration. Another day I went with Anubhav. The day was damn cloudy and dull, and it was a blessing to be a witness of this painted stork with catfish. Thank you, God, for this footage. In a bright sunny day, I met a beautiful pair of northern pintail along with a bunch of green winged teal. By the way, guys, notice the size difference between these two species. Look at the gorgeous male here, and these two are females. See the feather patterns, isn't it beautiful? For duck, it's a common technique to search for food like seeds from aquatic plants, worms, snails, aquatic insects, algae, etc. From this footage, you can imagine the distance thanks to my bridge camera. Let's meet green winged teal face to face. In the morning, ducks always remain busy for food. Here, it has no exception. Here you can see both male and female green winged teal. Already told you plumage varies region wise. Can you see the dull color of the male here? But look at the color of this individual. Brilliant, isn't it? Here I am going to show you a very interesting footage which I have never seen before. I call it back gear. Just notice the move of the female on the back side. It was really funny for me. This year Varthur rocks with so many western yellow wagtail with multiple plumage. I already noticed 4 types in one row. Here you can see their foraging technique. They generally eat aquatic insects, seeds and small crustaceans. I hope you all are awake watching this video till now. Before you sleep, I am going to show you one more most interesting footage of green beater I have ever photographed. Please tell me in comment section if you have any idea about this. Is it a romance or a fight? What's that lip lock all about? What's the meaning of hanging itself with another one? I mean, what's going on here? Hoping next year Varthur will surprise us with lot more interesting bird behavior. We will wait for that.
That's all about Varthur part 2. I hope you like the vlog. See you in my next one. Till then, raise humanity and spread peace.